let's say out. This out. That's where in the book it says be not. The world be in the world. Now check this out. This is how we look at this. Out is negative. Okay, you can't do anything about out. Okay, we were born. You were produced through the process as positive. Okay, but we were born into negative. If your parents were born into negative, that's gonna make you both. You're gonna get negative and positive because they were born into sin also. So it's like you're gonna be both negative and positive. Okay, when you go out, which is negative, okay, you got the same situation all over the place. There is some positive here. Let's say let's balance it out, because say negative is 7 deadly sins and positive is 9. So you've got that, and it's like this is just theoretically yak. Let's say that's gonna balance, even though you've got supposedly more. Okay, anything. This is the energies. Okay, this don't include the material, the concrete. Plus, you got to understand that out is nature. What's natural is going to be to your benefit. Okay, what's man-made is going to be not to your benefit. So you got a 50% draw being out. So you go back in. Say you go. Let's go and take this. And we'll put these together. You go into out. And you say you have because it's always 50-50. Say you have a good day. It's 51%. You going in here. Okay, you go in here and it's pretty strong. It's gonna throw this balance off. So, you got 51's gonna get swapped with that accident. Some fool riding his brakes all the way to work. You get an accident. It's gonna bring this negative. That's 50-50. Okay, you're gonna always have more positive, because that's the draw. You represent the truth. T is for truth. Okay. So you're gonna always have a more positive pull. Okay, this has got its advantage because of what the more natural you're around, the higher this is gonna get. And it's like, say it doesn't get that high. Let's say about 53%. When you go out here, this is gonna draw it. It's gonna pull on it. It's gonna be a lot of negative out there. And it's like, be not of this negative aspect. And it's like you want to get your draw from the positive aspect, and that's anything natural. It's going to keep you up above that. Okay, since this is out, there's no control. You don't have any control of this out here. That's why it's a negative. Okay, the little bit of control that you have is self. Okay, and it's right at your fingertips. Because on the outside of that, decrease of control starts on the outside of your fingertips. And say your legs, that's as far as what control you have is. Okay, now if you stop on the outside of the fingertips, that's still out. Okay, now when it gets to your fingertips, this is the beginning of in, the beginning of out. It's the same thing. It's positive, negative. What you want to do, if you go out, this negative from here is going to begin consuming. And like I say, you're always positive. You were born positive. Okay, nothing's gonna ever change that. Now you may get a 50 let's say 49.8, but it never goes more because you're automatically positive. It's never going to be more than positive. That negative is going to consume us if we go out there and it's like we're not strengthening the positive. Go out here and you rode a bus 8 hours, step in a hotel 8 hours. It's like you're not in any natural, but it's like in between transfers you're getting natural oxygen. And it's like you walked across some dirt. Anything natural's got a positive. It's gonna charge you. Anything negative is pulling on the positive, but it can only strengthen the negative so far. You only have a percentage. It can't go more than positive. Okay, so this starts consuming us. Okay, even though I'm saying you can't go positive, it's going to be like smoke or exhaust or something that you ate that's going to come in and consume this positive. The only control that we have is positive within, our capability. Positive. Okay, and it's like you're gonna have from out a lot of negative around you. What the flex does, you're gonna begin believing me, because I'm gonna say it all the time. It's a positive power pack. Positive. It begins within. Negative is your opponent. Negative is what you have a kumite with every day, all day. Okay, and this gets to weighing on us. It's like say weight. If it weighs on the body, okay, what we eat, negative choices, what we eat, it's going to weigh on the mind. Since it's out, we don't have any control. It's going to hit us heavily mentally. Okay, because of our five senses, what we see, what we smell, what we hear, what we taste, rub up against out here, that's unnatural. Okay, what we get into in the out, that's unnatural. It's going to take its toll on us. Okay, it's gonna get us mentally, and it's like almost exactly, precisely the same amount it gets us mentally, it will affect us physically. So what the flex does, positive power plant, it gives us an opportunity to reset the positive. This is your only self-defense on going in out, going into out, and coming back with the maximum positive charges. And it's like you keep it. Okay, so even though you're being bombarded with negativity, your positive charge stays stable. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. It's like since it's naturally a positive high, you're gonna be positive. It's gonna be the most percentage. In order to, this is your homeostasis when it's out here. In order to charge that or supplement it or reset it, we got the flex. Okay, times 2. This is 1 hour, 60 minutes. 30 movements, 30 minutes. It charges you. Okay, and it's like, this is your immune system, your metabolism, it's your homeostasis, and it's like you've got to be prepared to go out here. And the way we look at this is that anytime you're gonna go out, say 49.51. Okay, you're gonna go out 49.9 49.1 to 50.9. It's like that. It's that close because you were born into this. It's second nature. Okay, first nature's positive, second nature's negative. What we tend to look at is that this doesn't start at the fingertips where positive ends and negative begins, because negative can approach us. It can consume us. Okay, so it's like if it's coming through here, what we have to do is repel it from within. what we call the flex a work in, because it starts within. Okay, and it's like within is this is where your heart is, where your mind is. It's where all your internal organs. All that stuff's got to be in natural position. Okay, and it's like to increase this, you know, so you run around on 52. You know, regardless of this, it's not going to be able to decrease. It usually does, but it's like you got to be really into balance or in tune with mental, physical to keep it at a stable. And it's what we have the theory with us is that if we have an opportunity to take ourselves, I can take myself out of this negative influence. I eliminate myself, because since you're both and you go out here and you have a crappy day, a really crappy day, and I know that I had an opportunity to eliminate, because enemy of my enemy will always be me. That's gonna always be me. Okay, so you gotta, this is your friend. Okay, this is negative, this is negative. Okay, you gotta be one of them. You gotta be one of them. Because you're not reset. Let me say I've gotta be one of them, because I'm not reset, but I'm reset, but I'm gonna use it so that you don't take this personally. I've got to be one of the enemies. Now, since I'm negative here, this is negative. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm gonna find a lot of friends out here because it's gonna match up with this. It's gonna give it stability. It's gonna increase the charge on this, but it's gonna be detrimental to me. It's not gonna benefit. So for me to come from over here, you gotta be one of them. I want to be this one. Okay, so with this reset, it's going to charge this up. I'm going to be my friend, and it's like when I'm my friend, I eliminate one of them. Okay. I'm gonna make my enemy my friend. That's me. I'm going to make that the enemy within me, which is, I was born into it, positive. I'm going to do something about myself. I'm going to take accountability, responsibility right here before I go out here. I'm going to reset from when I came from out of here. I'm going to reset or recharge. So when I go back in, when I come back, I'm going to reset twice a day. So that I can keep this. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm going to be my friend. I'm going to reset myself, increase my charge, my positive charge. Since you were born into it, you can actually start repelling the negative from within and pushing it to where it starts on the outside. You've got to get it out of here first. Okay, that's the kumite. And it's like what the flex does, it gives us a challenge. And it's like any morning that any day that I get up and I don't put this win, I am no more innocent. Or anything out here that's negative toward me. I am just as guilty as anything out here. is and it's like you can't blame anybody, because if you blame someone else, you're going to be included in that. I'm just as guilty. I can't be telling somebody, yo man, you cussed me out and I didn't really appreciate that, if I haven't reset myself. Because the reset takes me from being my own enemy. And it's like your hemispheres, two different personalities. Your hemispheres, and if one of my hemispheres just going, and you're gonna get this, that's why it's a kumite. We call it a kumite. And it's gonna be like, you got 10 more minutes. So you can do it. You can do it in it's like 20 minutes, and it's like you're gonna negotiate with this. It's like that enemy is gonna be, yo, you can get to work in 10 minutes, and it's like, you know, it's a 30-minute drive. And it's like you're gonna negotiate it, and you're going to convince and con, and it's like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as this and out. It's like you're out thinking, but it's like you've got to come to the conclusion that if anything happens, it's your fault. I'm gonna take all this blame. I'm gonna take all these crosses out here, and when I enter to me, and I'm going to have to carry every one of these crosses that I come in contact with every time. I've convinced myself, because I didn't do anything to protect myself. I didn't self-defend. You get up and you flex, and it's although we're born into sin, you're gonna eliminate by flexing. Although it's a negative, it's still a negative, but it's like you cancel that out so that it doesn't match up with this, and it's gonna give you. Although it's you were born into it, you can't really help not to be sinful, since you were born into it. It's like it's second nature. You sometimes you are spiteful, sometimes you get a little shady, and you get upset, and it's like you get into that flesh, and it's like you can't really help that, but you can't really prevent it. But it's like you can self-defend against it. Okay, this is in. This is where your heart is in. It's like you're protecting your heart. Do the flex, get all this crap off of you, or reset yourself to enter into it and go in with two positives. And it's like that. It's still gonna attract it. But it's like since you defended yourself that morning, it's like putting on your armor. It's going to be harder to increase this negativity, because you're no longer your own enemy. You defended yourself, and it's like that's a kumite between you both, the enemies, both hemispheres, and it's like you become a friend. And it's like all you gotta do is flex it out, and it's like the flex is a kumite. It's a challenge. It's how you get your numbers. Okay. For a totally different operation, but it's like since it says, okay, I'm not making this up. Be not of, be in. You're gonna carry that negative. Okay, it's gonna match up. You can't fault anybody else, because you are just as guilty, 100%. And it's like I've learned that when this is switched over to a positive, self-accidents or errors become less painful. The percentage of it occurring decreases immeasurably. It's like you'll know the difference. And it's like once you get on your side, become your friend. Okay, it's like it's one negative hemisphere and one positive hemisphere. And this is all decided by, you've already decided this, okay? Already. And it's like, oh, I love myself, I'm a friend. If you have a dominant side, and 98% of us do, that balance is off. That's a kumite within itself, okay? Because you're dominant left or right-handed, that's already showing that this is a kumite. It's a fight, okay? And it's like, it's off balance because you prefer one side to the other side of the same person. And it's like what the flex does, and it takes time. Okay, it's very simple, but what's going on and what it's doing is very complex because we are very complex. And it's like it's not going to happen overnight because you, as well as I, were born into negative. So you've got this much experience in negative, whatever your age may be, plus 9. Okay. So it's like this is not going to be something that you're going to be able to do in a short period of time, depending on your age or how much experience you have in negativity. Okay, and it's like once you learn the technique, which is really simple, but it's gonna be a fight. It's a kumite. You're going to beat yourself up, and it's like we already know this. We've already experienced it. We can say it with all honesty. It's going to occur, you know. But the flex is a fixed set pattern. All truth lies outside of it. Okay. Once you learn this, and you begin perfecting it, it's going to. You're gonna be getting wins. Okay. This is what it ends. An end. That's a win. Okay, that is a goal right there. You've got a small goal. It's one complete work out. We call it a work in. Learning the technique is all you gotta do. Okay, and it's like you're gonna struggle. Have a kumite with yourself. Don't take this personal. Do not take it personal. All beginners. And I'm gonna tell you up front, okay, but you're not gonna believe me. This is purely speculation. You're not gonna believe me. First, trust flex. It's you. You're your own enemy. You're your worst enemy. Okay. Now, we're gonna step in here and tell you and claim and just take this from you right here. This is us. All day, every day. If we take it, we're your friend. Okay, the MentFlex is your friend. Trust yourself first, the flex second. You gotta trust us. After all it is. We don't want it now. You're gonna put this is you, worst enemy. You're going to slide us right here. And it's like you go curses, and it's like you're gonna think that we're your enemy. This is you. This is it. This is you. Okay? It's like we're gonna bring the flex, so you have to do the flex so that you can eliminate us. We already eliminated, but you're gonna have a problem with that. You're not gonna like really believe what I'm saying. Okay? They usually don't. We're gonna give you this as friends and say, hey, we understand the kumite you're going through. The flex is gonna give you an opportunity to prove us a lie, or it's gonna prove you a lie. That this was us, because this experience, that this is you. It's like you're gonna find a friend in everybody in the house, because they're looking for you. It's never good. Okay, although these are your hemispheres. Trust yourself first. Okay, and it's like you're gonna get in there and people that I see are going to freeze up right here. Okay, I've already experienced it, but it's like this represents us. It's not in the fifth dimension. Okay, because the flex you can't hear, feel, smell, touch, or taste. You cannot. We're gonna go fifth dimension in order to alleviate this negative. And it's like what we're trying to do is, you know, that's a trinity. Is get you, and this is the only way that it can. This is the only way that it can work. Is once you become your friend, you'll see. We'll meet you there.